Fellow Nigerians and countrymen, I want to use this opportunity to express my profound gratitude for the privilege you have given unto me to carry out these various presentations for the purpose of us achieving our goal. It has been a while for me not to be able to meet with the expected everyday presentation due to our ability for us to reach out to our needs and expectation. But it has been paramount for us to say that our engagement in this process and this movement is what has led us for us to reach out to every Nigerian to let us know that it's time for us to make this move. This is a movement, and of which it is a collective effort for us to go ahead with what we have as our Nigerian dream. Gone are the times that we have been deprived, our participation in government have been limited because of financial constraint. But it has been a time for us, or it is a time for us to wake up from our sleep. Because he said in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 30 to 34, he said, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the heart, and poverty will wax upon us like a bandit, and scarcity like an armed man. We need to understand that our engagement in this movement, it is for us to make our impact in this government. And that is why we need to actively participate in ensuring that we meet this 2019 expectation from our country and our people. It has been that today is our Independence Day. Nigeria have just clocked 58 years. And that is why it is very important for every Nigerians to know that we have experienced growth, but we have not experienced development. Despite that Nigeria is the most developed country in Africa, it is still edging towards the level of poverty trap, because we have not been able to imbibe this culture of integrity in our leadership. Our public administration has experienced a decline because of poor management, because of nepotism, because of bureaucracy, because of people not achieving their dreams in Nigeria through government intervention. The intervention of government, it is based on market failure. And presently, we are not even experiencing government intervention in our various activities in the economy. And that is why I would like to present today a medium for us to showcase what we can do to experience an increase and a rising in our various sectors of the economy. In 1960, Nigeria gained its independence from the colonial masters, believing that all the countries then that experienced independence, like China, they will be able to emerge their economy and be one of the leading economy today. But we have experienced decline due to poor management in our government. And that is why we are trying as much as possible to come in due to our academic background in an economic base to showcase what we can do to ensure that we remove ourselves from this poverty trap and from this decline in the economy. Our economy presently is not an economy we can boast of, because our per capita income is nothing to write home about. Our population, demographic factors are things that we need to look into to ensure that there should be trickle down of the economy to the point of consistency. But the inconsistency of our economy has made us not to be able to achieve what is expected of us. According to Professor Dauda, he said that development is a deliberate disaggregation of key macroeconomic variables or indicators by a central authority for the purpose of achieving specific objective in a specified period of time. And that is why I would like to bring onto you a statistics of what the Nigeria economy has experienced according to trading economics. The trading economics have brought this as our statistics using the parameters to give us our data. You can see from this that the Nigerian economic growth per quarterly has shown that in 2017 we experienced 1.9%, but in 2018 we now declined. There's a decline in our growth, and that is why I'm using this opportunity to agitate for support so that we can have an increase instead of a decline. We don't know what 2019 will be. When Nigeria will be 59 years old, we will still be experiencing decline. And we don't know what will happen when we get to 60. Because if you look at it now, the sector of service is 60%. And that is the breakdown of the 60% of our contributors in the GDP. We can see from there that crude oil production is 1.8 million barrels per day in 2017. Then in 2018, we are having 1.8 million barrels per day. There's a sharp decline. If you look at it, we have the oil sector producing 9% in 2017. But in 2018, we have a decline of 8.6%. So we are having decline in this administration. Looking at all the parameters per this thing, we find out that the Nigerian economy is experiencing in the second quarter, in quarterly demand, experiencing a sharp increase. But we are saying that the decline in the first quarter is a shock, making us to have a perception that we are going to be experiencing a decline in the first quarter of 2019. This is a prediction we are looking at. And that is why we look at the various sectors. Look at the oil sector. The extractive sector has experienced a sharp decline from 14.5% to 4%, minus 4.6%. There's a fall in the oil sector. These are causes of the shrink in the oil sector. We are not meeting the demand in the oil sector. Look at the contribution of crude oil production and natural gas. We have 11%, which are our main export. Agriculture is now 23%. That's why we are introducing the diversification policy to diversify the economy to other sectors. Look at what we have, information technology having an increase. That which we need to put effort in our information and communication, which is about 10%, which have the highest in service. We need to look at the area of transportation and storage. It's having an increase. So we need to look at food and accommodation service. It's having an increase. Looking at the electricity, it's having an increase. That is why we have to look at these parameters. These are the macroeconomic indicators. So the deliberate disaggregation by a central authority for the purpose of achieving our specific objective is what is tantamount for us to achieve it in a specified period of time. And that is why we are bringing it. That these are the statistics. Looking at our arts, entertainment, and recreation, we find out that there's a sharp increase. That is why we are empowering people. We are going to empower the youth into the entertainment and arts and recreation sector. It's a place where Nigeria is now becoming viable to make the economy reliable. So if you look at it, we have the water service, the sewerage, the waste management, and the remediation as a place where we are having a sharp increase. So because of population increase, and we have a demand for water supply, drinkable water supply. And that's why you are finding it that in this situation we are having an increase. We're looking at the construction sector. Because of population again, we are having increase in construction services. Looking at the real estate management, we are having a sharp decline. The social services, we are having an increase because of people into social medias. Socialization is now becoming a fashion. And that is why we are looking at these areas. Real estate management, people are not going into real estate management again because of the expensive nature of the business. And that's why you can see in Austin-based Concept Ventures, you will find out that it has number one as real estate management. It has import and export. It has legal consultant. It has vocational and educational services. It has business development and project management. It has health empowerment and concept innovation. It has event and entertainment management. And it has agricultural and commodity products. And general consultant in general merchandise. This is what the economy is saying. We have a situation where we are looking at the internal trade. If you look at the internal trade, there's a decline, but it's increasing per sector. There is still a decline because of the level of our economy. People cannot afford internal trade again. Looking at our agriculture has had a sharp increase. There's a sharp increase, but it's a decline in the sector, in the quarter. From 3%, we have a shortfall to 1.3%. Looking at our manufacturing, we still have a sharp decline. Despite we have a plus, an increase, but we have a sharp decline too. We are not manufacturing. People are not going to agriculture. Because we are using crude equipment in our manufacturing and agriculture. We are not yet getting into technological advancement, technical progress. And that's why in the next sector, we are going to be looking at solo growth rate. Looking at the financial and insurance, look at it. We have a sharp fall of the insurance. People are not insuring. There's no financial insurance. We don't have assurance for the future, for our children. Now that's why we are looking at a way where we can make it an economy that can speak for itself. Look at our financial insurance. It is declined. Because we cannot even afford to insure ourselves, not to talk about children and our properties. Because of the poor economic situation. Looking at our mining and quarrying. Look at the sharp fall in the second quarter of this year. It's a sharp fall. Look at the area of mining. Iron and steel. Our coal. We have lost all these values and our resources. Looking at education. Education has had a sharp fall. People cannot talk about boost of education. Cannot afford affordable education for our children. And that's why we are making it imperative. Look at public administration. It's having a sharp fall. These are the areas we are looking into. And that's why I'm coming out as the president of this country to fight for the post of the president. That if you give me the opportunity, we'll be able to achieve this goal. We need to understand that this is not a difficult task, but it needs a collaboration of all our efforts. It's not the problem of the national assemblies. It's not the problem of the state assemblies. It's not the problem of the legislature arm of the government. It's not even the problem of the judiciary. We need to understand that at the level of the executives, the aim of the affairs, we need to put in our best by acting right attitude. Our greed needs to be removed from that level of greediness to needs. And that is why we need to understand that the growth process has shown that if we must determine our growth, Now, this is our growth model. This is what the trading economics use to determine all this. It's a simple thing. And that's why solo growth rate, solo made it to know, or make us to understand in solo. Solo made us to understand that that is what solo growth rate made us to understand. And these are the economic indication to show us that we are capable. It made us to understand that we are able. It made us to understand we are prepared, because when preparation meets opportunity, it becomes success. We are well prepared to face the economy. And that's why I'm agitating for every Nigerians to come out in mass to join me in this struggle, so that we can achieve this goal together. But one thing I need to understand, to let you understand, and every Nigerian to show to the whole world, that party supremacy cannot be compared to individual efficiency. And that is why we are calling for the party that will look into our personality as we uphold to the party supremacy, which we cannot compare to our own personal efficiency. I want the party faithfuls, the elites, those that are in the aim of their affairs, who controls the economy at the level of the apex, to look at this personality that is ready for him to provide the paradigm shift for everyone to be better off, even when I am worse off. I want to assure every Nigerians that placing me in that position will give every one of us an ample opportunity to enjoy the dividends of democracy. And that is the reason for this season. Because God has given us the grace for us to see today. Today marks our celebration, and that is why you can see me on my green attires, to let you know that long live Nigeria, long live the presidency, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to really commend every one of us who have been with me in this struggle. I want to put every one of us into consideration that as we have seen the contributions of GDP, looking at the parameters, that our level of contribution is tantamount to this. I want to appeal to every one of us to come out in mass, to join me in this struggle. All the youth, I assure you, you will be well placed. All our adults, our fathers and our mothers, it was once said that it is the older ones that declare the war for we the youth to fight and die. But work is better than whiskey. Zeal is found in the society, but we can only find it among fools and lunatics. And that is why we are putting it in place. That according to what fellow he said in his word, what was young fellow said in his word, that the height that great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions are sleeping, kept on toiling upwards in the night. These are the nights that we are trying to make up our economy that has gone below. And I want to assure you that joining me will turn the economy for good. I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And I want to assure you that this will turn us for a great nation. Thank you very much, and happy independence once again.